Hey everybody, it's Mr. Scary Muffin, and once again, hope you guys have been enjoying all the Pokemon stuff I've been putting up recently. The XY has finally come to the TCG. I think February 5th was the day, so I'm about a week behind, but that's okay. Um, I've got my hands on a couple of the codes, I think about 24 codes, and I wanted to do the opening on the video. I've been actually saving up so that I can show you guys a whole bunch of them. Did a couple of drafts and some pre-release events. 24 is not. Oh, I got 25. I got one of the free ones, so that's pretty cool. 24 is not quite exactly. 25 is not quite exactly a box. I think a box has 36, so I had a couple extra codes, so I punched those in. Bring us to about 32, which is a little bit shy. Whatever. Anyways, this is a new, like, the whole brand new smacking HUD and user interface, which I'm not really used to, but we'll see how this goes. Alright, they have this new card loading thing too. So let's take a look at some of this. Oh, every pack comes with an energy in the new XY set because it's like the start of a new generation. But we got a couple of things. Can I see this card, please? How do I see this card? Wait, I can't even click to see the cards? Oh, that's Bupkis. Can you guys hear me clicking here? I don't know if I... Oh, wow, okay. Well, that changes everything. Anyway, so let's take a look at some stuff here. Gotta play a couple drafts. This Bundle B and Digger's B is pretty decent with the 2 energy attack. If you get a double colorless energy in your booster, makes these guys pretty cool because they have the dig where you can flip and make it so that other people can't attack you if you manage to hit the flip. It's good for stalling out some turns. I've been using it a little bit in the drafts and stuff like that. It's terrible in actual like tournament play, but in drafts it's good because there's nothing, you have nothing better else to do. Fairy Transfer, stage 1 shifting energy around. If you guys remember my earlier days when I'm playing Hydreigon, moving some energies around, this is like an even more reliable version of it. Unfortunately, fairy attackers right now aren't super good, but we do have rainbow energy coming in with this set. So we got rainbow energy, we got prism energy, we have blend energy. Blend energy wouldn't help with a fairy transfer, but you know, it is there. And a hard charm is kind of like a better Eviolite because it works for everything, so that's nice. It's nice that they're not making things available for only big basics. Wow, I can't believe I can't click to see some of these cards. That's so terrible. Why would they do it like that? Unless I'm doing something wrong. Oh my goodness. Alright, we got Max Revive here. That's not really gonna do anything. Did I get a... Oh, I got one of the holo rares. This is the... Man, I wish I could just make these bigger for you guys to take a look. But this is the Greninja. And Greninja has an ability called Water Shuriken, where if you have a water card in your hand, water energy in your hand, why did I get 2 energies? That's kind of lame too. But if you have a water energy in your hand, you can flick it at your opponent and do damage to his Pokemon. No, well, you discard it and then you do damage to a Pokemon that you want to. But I think it's really fun if you can literally just take the card and just kind of throw it at your opponent and you're like, take that. This is the pre-evolution of Malamar, which I actually kind of like. I think it's called Inkay or something, Inkay. And it has a 1 energy attack. What happens is that it will confuse itself and its opponent and the opponent that it's facing. And then on the next turn, if it's upside down, it can search its evolution out of the deck and play it on top of itself. So that's pretty handy. What do we got here? We got one of the stadiums. This looks like the dark circle or whatever, the shadow circle thing. And what that does is makes it so that any dark Pokemon with dark energies, any Pokemon actually with dark energies attached to it, has no weakness. And that's pretty handy if you're running like a lot of prisms and rainbows in your deck. This is one of the new draw supporters. It's kind of a reprint of Professor Oak's Theory, I think, something like that, or Rowan's Visit. I don't know. Shuffle and draw 5, basically. Shuffle your hand, draw 5, so that's pretty decent. There are 2 Wigglytuffs, and the one with Hocus Pinkum is actually much better than this one, especially in drafts. And that's a Skitty. I have no idea what it does. That's a Zoro. I have no idea what it does. Oh my goodness, this is... I really like the old format better. Oh, there's the new fairy energy for the new fairy type, so that's kind of cool. This Voltorb has it's a pretty nice Voltorb for the giraffes as well. It's got 50 HP, and if you knock it out, you can flip if your opponent knocks out this Pokemon, you can flip a coin, and if heads, you can do 50 damage to them. So there's a Rainbow Energy. It's one of every energy, but you do 10 damage to yourself when you attach it from your hand. This is Professor Oak's reference letter. You get 2 energies out of your deck, and this is pretty much like amazing. We have a card before called Energy Search, where you look for an energy card from your deck, and then you had a supporter called Silent that looked for 3 energies, but Silent is a supporter, so that means you don't get to draw anything else that turn. This makes a big difference. That 2 energy is a huge thing, especially in Blastoise decks. This is Roller Skates. It's kind of like Bicycle, but this is a flip to draw 3. But considering like Charon and Turno and all that kind of stuff are draw 3 supporters, being able to just try to flip and get that is not bad at all. Lunatone's is really solid at 80 HP for drafts. Is really solid in drafts. One end of any energy allows it to double draw, and then it can do quite a bit of damage. Especially since fighting type in general in drafts are usually good, almost like electrics and colorless are weak to it. The Rhyhorn is actually pretty good too, because the first attack does damage, and you have a chance to accelerate energy, so that's pretty good in drafts. And I know the evolution of this, the Ladybug, is pretty good too. Somebody was using it, and to great success. And yeah, you can see like the Rhyhorns are pretty popular. Solrox, of course, goes with the Lunatones. This was a pretty craptacular deck, or craptacular pack. Nothing really good in here. Open the next one. Got the Sableye, not that great. Oh, got got the sword, the Aegis Slash with the stance change. The way they did the stance change for for Aegis Slash is that you can run like the blade form and the shield form, and you just kind of play them on top of each other, which is kind of weird because you can only run 4 Aegis Slash, and that includes both the shield and sword, so you can have like 2 of each, or you can have 3 of one and 1 of the other, or you can just run 4 of just one, but you can't have more than 4 in total. So it's kind of weird. I'm not sure how good that would be. Does any of these buttons allow me to actually look at it? Like, what happens if I click for review? No? Okay. So disappointed. I hate this new HUD system. There's a new Fairy Stadium, and makes it so that if you have Fairy energies, or is it just Fairy type Pokemon? No, things with Fairy energies have a 0 retrieve, so that's pretty good. That's pretty handy. There's the Malamar. Yeah, this is the one I actually want. I had to lead right up to the screen in order to read this card, but this Malamar, for 1 energy, your opponent flips 4 coins, and if for each Tails, they have discard a card from the hand. There's another trainer in this set that basically called Red Card, forces your opponent to shuffle their hand and draw 4. Combined with this, you can destroy people's hands, and you can, if you get that off in like second turn, you can completely rip apart people's like setup, and they'll not be able to do anything for a long time. Apparently, the Raichus are very good. This one does 20 damage times the number of Pokemon on your bench, so it does 100 damage electric for 2 colorless, which is really good. And you can hit, 100 damage to, say, a Lugia EX. You can one-shot that. And is there anything else that's weak to electric that is like viable right now? I think there's like at least one more, but oh yeah, the new guy, the Evital, for the dark types. So that's pretty handy. Evil Soda. I actually really like this card. A lot of people are kind of poo-pawing it a little bit. I would, if I had a deck that was basically all stage 1, so they had like basics and evolutions, I would run 4 of these in that kind of deck, a stage 1 rush deck, because it's like a search card to me. But it's free. I don't have to, like, unlike Ultra Ball where I have to discard 2 cards from my hand. It's pretty free, and I like that. I mean, if you're playing Flareon, which is your typical stage 1 deck right now, you do kind of want to use the Ultra Ball to discard Pokemon from your hand anyways, so that you can charge up Flareon's revenge attack. But I don't know, I like this, but a lot of people are poo-pawing it, and I know why they are, but I still like it. I kind of want to try to make it workable. I don't know. I feel like it's good. Um, this Go-Goat's not that great. Not even in drafts. What else we got here? Ooh, what the heck is this? It's a bird of some sort. I have no... Something drive off during your... I can't even read this card. I can force my opponent to switch in one of their Pokemons or something? I can't even read it. I got another one. Card I don't want. Cassius is like a scoop up in a supporter form, and it kind of replaces the A-Spec, the scoop up Cyclone too. You basically take a Pokemon, all the cards attached to it, and shuffle it back into your deck. And a lot of people are saying that you probably, you know, you either want to run Max Potion or something else, and I kind of agree that in general Cassius is not that impressive. I'd rather just run straight up Max Potion. Same with Super Potion, which is also in this set. We haven't seen it yet, but Super Potion also not that great. I'd rather just run Max Potion. The Great Ball is just look at top 7, not that great. Not that great. Great Ball, not that great. In fact, even in the game, a lot of people will be like, it ain't that great. But yeah. Ooh, we have the Doug Trio, which is another one, kind of like Raichu, that does pretty good damage. For 1 energy, it does 60 and spread 10, and with the Muscle Band, which adds 20 damage, you can one-shot like a Darkrai for 1 energy. It's amazing. It's brilliant. And then you can pair it with like a Rager, like, you know, Reshiram or Zekrom. I think this actually would be a pretty good deck. I used to have a Damage Dance deck, and that was basically like this, where you use the Dawn Fan to, with 1 energy, does 60, spread 10 to your bench, and I just had a bunch of damage manipulation going on. And I just moved damage all over the place. Oh, I got a full art Mega Venusaur. I wish, remind me later, I'm going to show this card off. It's pretty, it looks cool. It's terrible. It's terrible in tournament. It's amazing. This is probably the best card in draft. If you get this, you probably win. You just have to hate draft all the fire, and then just draft a whole bunch of more grass, and you'll be set. But in tournament play, it's not that great. They do have Mega Evolutions now in the format with this XY set. And the way Megas work, it's really dumb. When you play the Mega down on top of an EX, so far there's only been for EX, confirmed for EX, but when you play the Mega on top of the EX, your turn ends. So here we got the Blade form. That's kind of cool. Yeah, your turn ends, and then you have to wait the next turn before you can do anything. So that's dumb. I got another Water Shuriken guy. Interesting. And I got the Chestnut, the spiky shield one that does actually ridiculous amount of damage when you try to attack it. It's basically like a super Rocky Helmet thing where you attack it, it hits you back for a lot of damage. And you can put like a Rocky Helmet on it, or you can put even like a Rock Guard on it and do even more damage back every time somebody hits you. Man. Oh, it's a flat baby. I never seen that yet. I haven't drawn that in the card game. Ooh, I got a reverse double colorless energy. It means nothing, but it's pretty cool. And I think we're actually getting, we probably already have 4 rainbow. I think I had one from like the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, so I'm pretty set on rainbows. Oh, there's a Muscle Band. Yeah, this is the Muscle Band. Plus 20 on your attacks, and pretty much almost all decks will probably be running Muscle Band. I can like almost guarantee almost every single deck will be running it. And it adds 20 straight up to anything, including EXs. It's basically like the Dark Claw, but applicable to all Pokemon. No longer has that like has to be a Dark Pokemon kind of thing, and it's really good. You combine that with like Laser and Verbank, and you can do plus 50 damage on top of whatever you're doing already. It's really good. This is Xerneas. This is regular Xerneas, not Xerneas EX. Is there even a Xerneas EX? There probably is. And it's okay. A lot of the fairy attackers are still all very supporty. They're like support type, and they're not very how do you say, they don't hit hard at all. I keep meaning to talk about the Starmie, which is really good. Starmie can do like 90 damage for a couple energies, and you'll need to star you to get in the Starmie, obviously. Oh, I also want to talk about Pumpkin, the Gorgeist. This is the Pumpkaboo. and evolves into Gourgeist. Gourgeist has a 1 energy attack that spreads 20 across the field to your opponent's Pokemon. Like, just goes everything, it takes 20 damage, and that's actually amazing. If they had a full bench, with 5 Pokemon on bench and 1 active, you basically do 120 damage in total for 1 energy, and that's really good. And if you can do that, and it's place damage, so it doesn't even, and there's a lot of things that resist Psychic type, so they don't even get a chance to resist the Psychic type because it's just placing damage counters down. And then you can use something like a Dusknoir to move the damage around, and yeah, I don't know, I just think that's really crazy. On the flip side, we have Tree, the Trevenant, and the Trevenant that evolves from this Phantom becomes a trainer lock. So trainer items like this Max Revive will no longer be playable if the Trevenant is active on the front spot. And there's a lot of ideas going around, namely to do with a Selgor, with that deck and cover thing. Last one, and we didn't really get Jack Deal. Okay, no biggie. Let's open up these ones, and then we'll take a closer look at some of the cards. Then, what we got here? Some stuff. Got an Iris. Iris is a comeback card. It's not really that great. Oh, got a Silver Mirror. I always appreciate having these. The Team Plasma Pokemon. Get rid of those guys. Screw those guys. I wonder when we're gonna. Oh yeah, there are some Team Flare cards already. Like a Team Flare Grunts, I think. In supporter form, which allows you to remove energy from the field, which is pretty good. This reverse trigger it's like a mini twins, where if your Pokemon gets knocked out, you can go like grab a card from your deck. Alright. Legendary treasures. These sets are pretty darn good. I actually don't know what this one does. Oh, I got a nice pretty Emolga. And is that a... it's not a Black Ballista. I was hoping it was a Black Ballista one, but I got a Samurott. I was hoping a Black Ballista one would be actually really cool. Got a Melodic. I've seen some people trying that round deck. Didn't really work out in my mind. Inferno Fandango. Yeah, there's actually a lot of really good cards. If you guys are thinking about getting into Pokemon, and you have nothing to start with, Legendary Treasure is probably like the best set. It's like a filler set and has a lot of like good staples. Okay, so let's take a look. How do I see my cards? Pokemans. Of course, all you guys all care about is the Pokemans. Let's filter out just for the XY set. Yeah. Oh, baby. So here we go. Now we can see them closer. So this is a Blade form, and you can put this on top of any other Aegislash. Oh, I can switch it. Oh, okay. I don't just play it on top. I actually take it off and just put a different one. Okay, that's much better. So I don't lose it out of my hand. Okay, that's cool. I like that better. I was thinking like if you just like play it on top, that's terrible. Because then you can't set up anymore, you know. So that's pretty cool too. So this does like 104. Has 140 damage. King Shield. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn. And I can't do King Shield, so I have to switch into the Blade form. Interesting. Interesting, and then they do a lot of damage. Okay. Aromatisse with the Fairy Transfer, moving Fairy energies around. That's pretty cool. Derpy, what's his name again? Babero Bidoof. Okay. Spike should put 3 damage. I mean, it's not as much as I remember. I thought it was like 4 or 5 or something like that. But yeah, you combine that with the Rocket Helmet, it's like 5 damage coming back to them. So that's pretty crazy. Energy Salon. Yeah, that's okay. Diggersby with the dig attack is pretty good in drafts. Not so great in the real game. I wonder why they're all random like this. So yeah, here's the Doug Trio. So Earthquake for 60. That's straight up like offense attack. So that's pretty good. And if you have some way to move damage off your field onto them, or some way to utilize damage on your field for like outrage and stuff like that, it's pretty strong. I like looking at some of these cards because I haven't seen any of these yet. I like the hollow effect too. It's got this like Pride Rock look going on right here. It's like manamya. Oh, wait, is it following my mouse? No, it's just moving on its own. Alright, and here's the Water Shuriken guy. where you take your water energy from your hand and you do 3 damage to one of the Pokemons. Sha-sha! There's Inkay with the upside down evolution. So cute. Apparently there's like some gimmicky things you can do with it in the game. I haven't really gotten into that yet. Oh yeah, here's Lydian with the Mach Punch, 2 energy, does 50. That's pretty darn good. If you like, especially if somebody is running, if somebody draws the Blastoise EX from the draft, this thing can destroy it because it hits for weakness, and with like you would charge up a lot faster. You can get several of these on the field, and then you muscle band it. Yeah, it does pretty good damage. 2 energies for 30, so also not too bad if you can't get any more up. Here's a Lunatone I was talking about that's really good on draft as well. Just because you can get more cards in your hand, really. Mental Trash. Flip 4 coins. I don't know if you actually use Distortion Beam. I'll probably like what I plan to do with Malamar is basically set that up, start destroying the person's hand, and then set up like a Darkrai or an Yveltal on the bench kind of thing. Massage. Yeah. Didn't draw that great. I mean, we got a couple of stuff. We did get an EX, so I can't really complain too much. But that was like 24 cards, so I don't know. This is not really necessary, namely because if you're running a fairy deck with the Aromatisse to move energies around, you probably have a Virizion, which does the same thing with its ability, and it's a lot like less hassle to set up. Swellow, that's what it was. Drive off. You may have your opponent switch his active Pokemon with one of his. Oh, that's interesting. On your bench, you can have this on your bench, and you can basically force your opponent to switch. It's kind of like Slippery Slopes, but Slippery Slopes you both switch, I think. So it's like a one-sided Slippery Slope. It's kind of interesting. You can really screw with people that way, unless they're playing like Darkrai, in which case, nope. So yeah, here's the Venusaur EX. It looks pretty. The Mega Venusaur has a 4 energy attack that does like ridiculous amount of damage and has a guaranteed paralysis, which is kind of rare. But given like the number of Virizions and the new Spritzee or whatever that was, Slurpuff, that makes status effects not in effect, I would say it's not as good as it should be. There's the Voltorb that I talked about, and I think, oh no, it only does 10 damage, but it's a colorless attack, so it fits into a lot of decks. Hocus Pincus, 60 damage. I actually thought it did more than that, but oh well, it's pretty beefy. The other one does 20 times damage of energy attaches Pokemon, so you can pump this up, and the draft is pretty good. It's not bad at all. There's the Xerneas. Wow, look at all the little crystals floating around. And I could put also not a bad accelerator to start with if you're doing a fairy deck, but again, there's not that many good fairy attackers currently. Like even this one does 100 damage only, so I don't know, it's not that great. I think there's better Zoroarks than that. Alright, and that's it guys. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this. There's a lot of cards still left to be said, and I might try my hand in building a couple decks, but to be honest, I'm really enjoying the video game right now. I'll probably just continue playing card games just on the side a little bit for my personal enjoyment, and I'm not planning to participate in any tournaments like super try hard for a while, so we'll see where it goes from here. Anyways, I will catch you guys next time. Let me know if you guys enjoy this, and let me know which one's your favorite card and what you're kind of stoked with if you guys are into the TCG scene. Till next time, take care. Bye bye.